Hello, good morning students. Welcome to Unique Coaching class. Students, today we are going to start second sum of this chapter. The trial balance of Ahmedabad branch as on 31st March 2020 is as under. First of all, here the name of the branch is given, that is Ahmedabad. So remember this, okay? When the name of branch and also head office name will be given, okay? So in that case, remember what is the name of branch and what is the name of head office, okay? So clear that here branch name is Ahmedabad, okay? Head office નું બી નામ આપેલું હશે, તો જ્યારે name આપેલું હોય બંને ધ્યાન રાખવાનું છે, મિક્સ નહીં થઈ જાય. So here branch is head office. And look at the other information. First of all, stock is given 1st April 19 means opening stock given. Then furniture, debtors, BR, goods received from head office, office expense, bank balance, cash on hand, motor car, and Kolkata head office. So remember here our head office is Kolkata. Okay, so remember this. Our branch name is Ahmedabad and the head office is Kolkata. So remember this. And then sales and creditors balance is given. In this sum, there are some adjustment also available. Look at this. First of all, closing stock, then outstanding office expense 2000, then calculate 10% debris on motor. On that date, branch account show a debit balance of 160 in the books of head office. Now it is the new point. Branch account debit balance is given, okay? Branch account debit balance is given in the books of head office. Head office ની book માં branch account ની balance આપેલી છે, debit balance 160. Then goods of rupees 20,000. Goods of rupees 20,000 were sent by Kolkata head office to Ahmedabad, but the same has not been received by branch up to 31st March 20. Now here you can understand goods sent કર્યું છે. How much? That was the 20,000 were sent by Kolkata head office to Ahmedabad. Here Ahmedabad is a branch. Okay, head office to Ahmedabad goods sent કર્યું છે. But the same has not been received. Okay, here clearly told it not been received by branch up to 31st March 20. So I explained in a previous video detail about that. What is this? It's called goods in tranches. Clear? Because goods has been sent by head office to Ahmedabad branch, but still it is not received by branch up to 31st March 20. Okay, year close થઈ ગયું છે, still it is not received by branch, so it's called goods in tranches. Okay, then a remittance of rupees 10,000 made by Ahmedabad branch to head office on 25th March 20. Okay, remittance of 10,000 means I explained in a previous video about that. Okay, 10,000 cash send કરી છે by branch to head office. Okay, branch head office ને 10,000 cash send કરી છે on which date? 25th March. But the same was received by head office on 4 April. હવે receive ક્યારે કરી? 4 April એમ. And we know that our year will be close on 31st March 20 and it is received by 4th April. It means till the end of the year head office didn't receive this cash. Okay, તો વર્ષ પૂરું થઈ ગયું, હજી સુધી cash receive નહીં થઈ. So what this called? It is called remittance, means cash in tranches. Okay, so in the previous video I explained in detail about these goods in tranches and remittance in tranches. Okay, previous video માં આપણે details માં જોયું છે and also we know its effect. Okay, now the next what we have to prepare from the above information, prepare final accounts of branch. Okay, first of all we should prepare final account of branch as on 31st March 20 and also write journal entries in the books of head office. and also prepare branch account in the books of head office. So here first of all we should prepare final accounts of branch. Okay, branch na pehla final accounts apne prepare કરીશું. Then write journal entries in the books of head office. Okay, head office na book માં આપણે journal લખીશું. And the new point in this sum, that was prepare branch account in the head office. It is the new point in today's sum. Okay, આજના દાખલાનો twist point આ છે, means the new point આ છે. branch account આપણે બનાવવાનું છે in the head office, in the books of head office. Okay, final account આપણે અગાઉ બનાવ્યું જ છે. Okay, journal entries પણ અગાઉ આપણે જોઈ છે. Okay, so let's start. First of all we prepare final accounts in the book of head office. So let's start. So here you can see that some adjustment is also available. Okay, કેટલાક adjustment પણ આપેલા છે. So look at the adjustment. First adjustment was related to closing stock, second related to office expense, and third was related debris on motor car. Okay, there are three adjustment. And then debit balance છે અને goods in transit અને cash in transit નો point આપેલો છે. So we give this entry, means goods in transit and remittance in transit. At last, first of all we give all these adjustment entry, stock, office expense, debris અને જે trial balance છે તે. First of all let's check. There is a balance of office expense and motor. Here look at the motor car. Okay, so there is a adjustment related to motor car, adjustment number 3, and there is also adjustment about the office expense. Here it is office expense adjustment number 2. Okay, so second and third point office expense and motor car no છે. So when we give entry of this balance we remember this one. So now let's start to give entry one by one. First of all, stock, opening stock given 80,000. Okay, so where we give this entry, we give this entry branch trading account. Okay, to opening stock, amount was 80,000. After that there is a furniture, debtors and BR. So furniture, debtors, BR, this all entry comes on the asset side in balance sheet. Okay, but the entry क्या આવશે balance sheet માં asset side. Furniture 24, then debtors 36 and BR 20. Furniture, debtors, BR 24, 36, 20. So let's give entry on balance sheet asset side. There is a furniture, then debtors and BR, amount 24 furniture, 36 debtors and 20 BR. Now the next, goods received from head office. Goods received from head office. So we know that with this entry will come trading. Okay, trading debit side. Goods received from head office, amount 160. Okay, goods received from head office 160. Now office expense 24,000 is given. This entry will become on P&L, and there is a adjustment, there is a outstanding office expense 2,000. So we have learned from standard 11. Okay, what will be effect of office expense outstanding? Okay, outstanding આપેલું છે, and here office expense is 24,000 and 2,000 is outstanding. So we know this entry very well. First entry, branch P&L debit side to office expense, that was 24, plus outstanding. How much outstanding? There is a 2000 outstanding. So it will be plus here. And we know that there is a adjustment. So there must be two entry. First entry here, we give here 2000. And the second, where it's come on balance sheet liability side. Outstanding office expense 2000. Okay, office expense outstanding છે, ચૂકવવાનો બાકી છે. So first entry expense માં add થશે and second balance sheet liability side. Now the next bank balance and cash on hand 16 and 2000. So this both entry come on where balance sheet asset side. Okay, cash balance and cash on bank balance and cash on hand. Bank balance and cash on hand. Bank balance and cash on hand amount 60,000 and 2,000. 60,000 and 2,000. Okay, after that motor car, that is 20,000, but there is a adjustment related to motor car. Point number 3, 10% debris on motor car. So we all know its effect. Okay, motor car पर debris calculate करवानो છે. So first effect on the motor car is 20,000. So this entry will comes balance sheet asset side motor 20. Okay, and there is a debris. How much? 10% debris on motor car. So it will be 2,000. So the remaining balance 18,000. And we know that it's an adjustment and every adjustment has a two effect. First effect debris asset side on balance sheet and second debris is a one type of our expenses. Okay, so second entry will be branch profit and loss to debris on motor 2,000. Okay, now the next Kolkata head office account 130. So we have solved the first sum and I also give you some sum for practice, and you know that head office has always, I told you, has always which balance? That is credit balance. Okay, so remember this point, head office has always credit balance. So here clearly give that it's a credit side. Okay, આમાં તો credit side આપેલું જ છે, but also remember sometimes it makes confusion. Okay, so remember it has always credit balance. Okay, હંમેશા એની કઈ balance આવશે? Credit balance જ આવશે. So 130 credit balance, it's a head office account. Okay, Kolkata head office account. So we give entry on head office. It's a opening balance of head office, Kolkata head office. So opening balance, that is 1,30,000. Now the next, there is a sale that was 248. Sell 248 trading credit side. By sell 248. And the next entry, that was creditors. Okay, creditors given 4,000. 4,000 creditors. This will come on liability side in balance sheet. Creditors 4,000. Okay, So here we have transfer all balance. Okay, we have transfer all these balance. Okay, this all balance we have transfer. Now next there is some adjustment. Look at the adjustment. Second and third adjustment has been solved, like, but the first was still remaining. Okay, second, third particular, first baki hai, that is closing stock 45. So we know this is effect. Okay, first branch trading credit side by closing stock amount 45, and second effect balance sheet closing stock 45. Okay, so here we have completed all the trial balance entry and all entry related to adjustment. Now there are some other point. Okay, first, second, third, this adjustment has been solved, but there is a point related about what? That is related about the goods in transit and remittance in transit. These 2 points are remaining. And the debit balance of 160 in the books of head office. આ તો head office ના book માં છે. એટલે આપણે branch account prepare કરે છે. So that is no effect of this debit balance. Okay, branch debit balance in the books of head office. એની કોઈ effect નહીં આવશે. Right now what we are doing, we are preparing final accounts of branch. Okay, branch નો final account બનાવે છે. તો એમાંની કોઈ effect નહીં આવશે. But we have to think about these goods in transit and remittance in transit. So remember, I told in a previous video in detail about that goods in transit and remittance in transit. Okay, first of all, let's think about the goods in transit. Goods in transit. Okay, so remember goods in transit, and here remittance in transit. So I told you goods in transit entry will comes in which books? Head office books or branch books. Okay, goods in transit ની entry કેમાં આવશે? Head office ના book માં કે branch ના book માં? Okay, I told in detail in a previous video. Okay, previous video માં detail માં કહ્યું છે. So remember goods in transit. So remember that goods sent by whom? Goods sent by head office. Okay, goods sent कौन करे? That is sent by head office. Okay, to the branch. But it is not received by branch. So common, it is not, this entry will not given in branch books. Branch પોતાની books માં entry આપશે નહીં, because એને goods તો મળ્યું જ નથી, has not been received by branch. So remember goods ની entry કોણ આપશે? Only head office. Okay, this entry will become in the books of head office. Okay, I told in a previous video detail. Okay, detail માં તમને સમજાયું છે. So remember goods in transit ની entry કેમાં આવે? Only in the books of head office. And remittance in transit, we know that it is sent by whom? It is sent by branch. Okay, ને કોણ send કરે છે? Branch send કરે છે. Okay, but it is not received by head office till end of the year. Okay, head office ને વર્ષ પૂરું થાય ત્યાં સુધી મળતું જ નથી. So head office પોતાની books માં કોઈ entry આપશે જ નહીં. So remittance in transit, this entry will be given only in the books of branch. Okay, clear? So remember this point, and I told you 2 or 3 times that I explained this point detail. I made a special video about that. Okay, means a previous video માં detail માં explain કર્યું છે. So right now I will not explain details, and remember this, it's a common point in every sum. Okay, you can check any paper of university or from the book. This is the common point, goods in transit and remittance in transit in almost every sum. So remember, goods in transit entry comes only in the books of head office and remittance in transit entry comes only in the books of branch. And I also explained its journal. Okay, remember what it will be journal of goods in transit. Okay, in the journal sum in the books of head office, in the books of head office, that is goods in transit account debit to branch. Okay, here our goods in transit, that is 20,000, and remittance in transit, this entry will come in the books of branch only. And what will be journal? So journal will be remittance in transit to head office. Amount here, that is 10,000. Okay, so remember these two entry. Clear? So don't forget, goods in transit only in the books of head office. Okay, any entry ફક્ત કેમાં આવશે? Sorry, goods in transit. This entry comes only in the books of head office. Okay, remember this. And remittance in transit, okay, this entry comes only in the books of branch. Okay, it's a fix in every sum, so remember, don't forget this. Now right now we are preparing final accounts of the branch. Okay, અત્યારે આપણે શું બનાવીએ છીએ? Final accounts of branch. And I told in the first video, this account can be prepared by branch as well as head office. બેમાંથી કોઈ પણ બનાવી શકે છે. But whenever we prepare final accounts of branch, we should give this entry. Okay, આપણે આ entry એની books માં આપવી પડે. So remember, this entry will be come when we prepare final accounts of branch. This entry will not come. Okay, આ entry કેમ આવશે? In the books of head office. અને આ branch ના accounts છે, branch ના final accounts છે. Okay, તો એમાં entry આવશે remittance in transit debit to head office. This entry will be come in final accounts of branch. Okay, તો આ entry કેમ આવશે? આપણે જ્યારે એના final accounts prepare કરીશું તો એમાં entry આપવી પડશે. Okay, so where this entry will come, I already explained in a previous video. First of all, here head office account is credited. Okay, head office no account શું છે? અહીંયા credit છે. Head office accounts here credit, so we give entry in the head office account credit side. Okay, આપણે head office ના account માં ક્યાં આપીશું? Credit side. Head office account credit side, remittance in transit. Okay, amount 10,000. And then there will be two entry, and the remittance in transit, it's our one type of asset. Okay, actually it's our cash, not in hand, on the way. Okay, આપની cash જ છે આપની પાસે, but આપના હાથમાં નથી, on the way છે. So this entry will be come in balance sheet. Okay, એની entry ક્યાં આવશે? Balance sheet માં આવશે remittance in transit, amount 10,000. Okay, clear? So here we have completed the all entry. So remember these two entry, remittance in transit, I explained in the previous video, this will come on balance sheet asset side, and this head office credit, head office account ma credit side. Okay, clear? Now what about this? So here goods in transit, this entry will be come in the books of head office. Okay, here we have to write journal entries in the books of head office. So we give entry when we write journal entries in the books of head office. Okay, head office na book ma journal entries show કરીશું ત્યારે આપણે entry આપીશું. Now we can close the account of final account of branch. So let's start. First of all, trading account. So here credit side total is high, 248 plus 45. So it will be 2,93,000. 293. So there is a difference called gross profit. So 293 minus 80 minus 160. So gross profit comes 53,000. It transfer to branch profit and loss to gross profit 53,000. So let's close this. 53,000. So difference will be net profit. 53 minus 26 minus 2, it will 25. This will transfer to head office account by net profit 25. That's 130 plus 10. So it is 165. 1,65,000. It is the closing balance. 1,65,000. And this balance is transferred to liability side in balance sheet. Sorry, Ahmedabad branch. Sorry, Kolkata, or head office account. Kolkata head office account, that is 165. And now let's total this. 165 plus 2 plus 4, total 171 on liability side, and asset side 24, 36, 20, 16, 2, 18, 45 and 10. So both side total comes 1,71,000. 171,000. Okay, so here our final accounts of branch is completed. Now there is another question that we have to write. What we have to write? Journal entry. Okay, we have to write journal entry in the books of head office. We have to write journal entries in the books of head office. And then we have to also prepare branch account in the books of head office. So here we have to complete 2 points. First of all, in the books of head office, write journal entries. Okay, head office ni book માં આપણે પહેલા journal entries લખવાની છે. And then we have to prepare branch account in the books of head office. So first of all, let's start journal entries. So remember I told you, sorry, I explained in a previous video, I think third video. Okay, in that video we have write journal entries, and I explained in details about that. There are 3 journal entries related to branch account. Okay, there are how much journal entry related to trading account, sorry, branch trading account related? There are 3 journal. Okay, trading ની કેટલી journal બનશે? 3. After that, profit and loss accounts also there will be 3 entry, and then balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet ની કેટલી journal આવશે? There will be 2 journal related to balance sheet. Okay, so I explained this point. So here let's write the journal. Okay, so first of all I again remind all the journal. First of all, trading account. So first journal about the debit side of trading. Okay, debit side માં જે વસ્તુ છે તે there is a opening stock and goods received from head office. So first journal about this debit side, 18,000 and 160, total 240. What will be journal about that? Okay, ની journal શું બનશે? So here branch trading, here trading account will be debited and branch account credited. And second journal about the credit side. How many entry on credit side? Here are only 2 entry, sell and closing stock, total 293. What will be journal about that? So here trading account will be credited. Okay, trading account credit thase and branch debit thase. And the third journal about the gross profit, and this journal ma trading account શું થશે? Debit થશે. You must know trading account will be debit or credit. Okay, so for the debit side trading account will be debit, for the credit side trading account will be credit, and for the gross profit trading account will be debit. Okay, and the second account kaya avse? That was the branch. So first 3 journal related to branch. Here I have already complete journal because we know what will be journal. First of all about the debit side of branch trading. So there are only 2 entry, opening stock and goods received from head office, 160 and 80, that was 240, 2,40,000. After that, credit side of branch trading account is journal branch to branch trading. Okay, credit side ma to branch trading credit thase, and there are also 2 entry, sell and closing stock. Sell છે અને closing stock 248, 45. So total 293. Again we have understand this journal in a previous, I think, 3rd video. So I explain in detail. So right now it is not required to again explain in details. And third journal about the gross profit, its journal trading account will be debit, and we know that gross profit transfer to which account? That is branch profit and loss account, and gross profit comes 53,000. Okay, same entry for the profit and loss account. Okay, તો એના માટે બી જે 3 journal શું આવશે? First of all, debit side of branch profit and loss. So for that, branch profit loss debit to branch, and then credit side of branch loss and profit. So opposite journal થઈ જશે branch to profit and loss account. And then for the net profit, so net profit માટે branch profit loss to ક્યાં transfer થશે? To general profit and loss account. Okay, you can directly write the journal and then just write amount. Okay, exam માં બીજા દાખલામાં journal આવે ફિક્સ આ journal તમે લખી જ દેવાની. Okay, પછી ફક્ત amount account માટે લઈ લેવાની. So now come to the branch profit and loss account. So on debit side there is 2 entry, 26 and 2, 28. And the credit side, you can see that there is no entry on credit side. Okay, credit side कोई entry નથી, तो ये journal आपने cancel કરી દઈશું. So here debit side 26 and 28, and the net profit 25,000. So the here 28 for debit side, and there is no entry on credit side. So let's cancel this journal. Okay, तो आपने आ journal ने શું કરી નાખીએ? કેન્સલ કરી દઈએ. એક્ઝામમાં પૂછાય તો બધી જનરલ લખી જ દેવાની, પછી તમારે ફક્ત અમાઉન્ટ જ લખવાનું રહે, ફટાફટ અમાઉન્ટ લખી દેવાની. There is no entry on credit side, so this journal will not come. And about this profit, net profit, that was 25,000. And then journal about the balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet ની 2 journal આવશે, asset and liability. For the asset, branch asset debit to branch, and for the liability, liabilities credit thase and branch debit thase. Okay, clear? So let's check balance sheet. So on a liability side there is only 2 entry, 2,000 and 4,000, total 6,000. Okay, total કેટલા છે? 6,000. And asset side, okay, asset side direct total લઈ લેવાનો. Okay, માં બધી જ entry આવશે એટલે total કેટલો છે એનો? 171 આવી જશે. Here liability 6,000 and asset 171. Liability 6,000, sorry, it's a asset 171 and the liability 6,000. Okay, so asset and liability completed. So whenever we write journal entries in the book of head office, so remember 3 journal related to trading, 3 journal related to branch profit and loss, and 2 journal related about the head office. Sorry, 2 journal related about the balance sheet. Now here in the starting I told you goods in transit, its entry come where? In the books of head office. Okay, any entry came out in the books of head office many entry out, that is goods in transit to branch. So we have to write this journal also, because this entry come where? In the books of head office. Okay, આ journal કા આવે છે? head office માં આવે છે ને, right? So we have to write this entry in the books of head office, this last journal. So this will extra journal we have to write. Goods in transit to branch account. Okay, and the amount is 20,000. So we have to add this journal. That's it. Okay, good in transit से तो इन्हें अपने journal add करवी पड़से. Okay, so here our sum is totally completed. Only one thing is remaining, that is the new point for in this sum. Okay, एक ज point હવે આપનો બાકી રહ્યો છે જે first time આ દાખલામાં આવ્યો છે, comes first time. That is we have to prepare what? We have to prepare branch account in the books of head office. Okay, આપણે હવે head office ના book માં શું બનાવવાનું છે? branch account બનાવવાનું છે. We should prepare branch account in the books of head office. So let's start. Prepare branch account in the books of head office. So remember, you have to nothing to do about that. Whenever the question is prepare branch account in the books of head office, head office na book માં branch account બનાવવાનું છે. Okay, so it's a very simple. Okay, it's a very easy to in the books of head office prepare branch account. The name of the branch Ahmedabad. We should write the name of the branch, that is Ahmedabad. So there is a fixed entry in the branch account. Okay, એમાં entry જે આવશે તે fixed જ આવશે. Which entry? You know the head office account. Okay, આપણે આ head office નો account ખબર છે, right? If you know the head office account, then you know branch account also. It is opposite. Okay, it is always opposite. Branch account is always opposite to head office account. Okay, always એના કરતા કેવું હશે? Opposite જ આવશે. It's a fix. Because there is a relation between branch and head office, you can say that creditors and debtors. Okay, creditors and debtors जो relation છે એકબીજાના કેવા આવશે? Opposite આવશે. So how to prepare branch account? So remember the fixed entry. First of all, head office. In the books of head office, there is a opening balance. Which side? Credit side. Okay, head office has a credit balance. Okay, head office opening balance, it's a credit. Okay, head office છે એની opening balance કઈ છે? That is on credit side. So in a branch it will come when on debit side. branch માં ક્યાં આવશે? તો એ debit માં આવશે. Opposite થઈ જશે. Clear? Then there is a net profit. Okay, જે net profit છે એ head office માં credit છે. Net office comes on credit side on head office. So in a branch it will come debit. Clear? And the closing balance, same point. Closing balance come on debit side in head office. So branch માં ક્યાં આવશે? In branch it will come on credit side. So it's a fixed entry. Whenever you prepare branch account, just transfer this. Don't this one, remittance in transit, because remittance in transit ની entry आपने खबर છે only in the comes in the books of branch. Okay, branch ની books માં આવે છે એટલે એ આમાં નહીં આવી શકે. So whenever you prepare branch account, just transfer these 3 entry opposite. Okay, આ ત્રણે entry કેવી આવશે? Opposite આવશે. So let's give that entry. It's a fixed First of all, its opening balance will become on debit side, balance, opening balance, then net profit, and the closing balance will be credit side. Clear? Okay. So remember, it's a fixed format: opening balance, closing balance, and net profit. Now let's write all the amount here in this account. First of all, opening balance. Okay, opening balance of Ahmedabad branch account in the books of head office. So remember, it will given in question or sometimes it is not given. Okay, એની જે opening balance છે કોઈ વાર દાખલામાં આપી હશે, કોઈ પર નહીં આપી હશે. Look at in this sum. Branch account show a debit balance in 160 in the books of head office. Here clearly told that okay, branch account ની જે debit balance છે આપેલી છે 1,60,000. Okay, branch account debit balance 160 in the books of head office. It is clearly given. Sometimes it is given, sometimes not. Okay, કોઈક વાર હોય છે, કોઈક વાર નથી હોતી. But here 160 આપેલી છે. So આપેલી છે તો આપણે કોઈ ઇશ્યુ નથી. જો નહીં હોય તો શું કરવાનું? I will explain that point whenever this point comes. So here opening balance is given, that is 1,60,000. Then net profit. Okay, net profit is also available. We have find out the net profit from the branch profit and loss account, that is 25,000. Okay, branch na profit loss માટે આપણે net profit મળી જશે, that is 25,000. Net profit 25,000. And after closing we will get what? The closing balance. But remember, before give this entry, here we give entry in the books of head office. Okay, આપણે head office ના books માં accounts બનાવ્યું છે, branch account, and we write one journal related to in the books of head office, that is goods in transit to branch. Okay, we prepare this account, goods in transit to branch. Sorry, we write this journal, goods in transit to branch. So it will affect to branch account. Okay, and effect આપીએ તો branch account માં ક્યાં આવશે? This entry come in branch account credit side. Okay, આ journal effect આપીશું. Branch account credit છે, branch account credit. So branch account માં ક્યાં આપીશું આપણે? Credit side, goods in transit. Okay, branch account માં credit side we have to write goods in transit. So remember this point, goods in transit, that is 20,000. Now close the account. 160, 25 minus 20, so difference comes 165. It's a closing balance of branch. So what you have to remember when you have to prepare branch account in the books of head office? So first of all, remember this: opening balance and net profit come debit side opposite to head office account. Then closing balance एक credit આવશે. And one more extra entry come, that is goods in transit, about that journal. Okay, આપણે જે journal કરી છે તે. Now one more thing, I told you that this head office accounts, it is opposite to branch account. Okay, and there is a relation between head office and branch, that is creditors and debtors. બંને વચ્ચેનો relation કેવો હોય છે? Creditors and debtors જે હોય છે, એટલે બંનેમાં સેમ જ balance હશે. Okay, look at here, its closing balance comes 165. In head office closing balance how much comes? 165. Here look at, it will come this same 165 in branch. Always in every sum it is comes same. Okay, closing balance બંનેની કેવી હશે? સેમ જ હશે. Suppose A, okay, A give B 50,000. Okay, A B ને કેટલા આપ્યા છે? 50,000 આપ્યા છે. So if A prepare B's account in his book, તો કેટલી બેલેન્સ શો કરશે? 50 શો કરશે ને. અને B ના અકાઉન્ટમાં પણ A નું જે અકાઉન્ટ બનાવશે એમાં પણ કેટલી બેલેન્સ શો કરશે? 50. સપોઝ 10,000 has been paid, તો હવે અહીંયા કેટલી શો કરશે? That is 40, and here also show 40. તો બંનેની જે બેલેન્સ હોય છે, ક્લોઝિંગ બેલેન્સ ઓલવેઝ કેવી આવે? સેમ જ આવશે, ફિક્સ જ છે. Now the question, if closing balance is always same, but here opening balance is not same. Look at, in a branch opening balance 160, but in a head office opening balance 130. જો closing balance always same આવે તો opening પણ same આવવી જ જોઈએ. Remember, ક્લોઝિંગ સેમ છે તો ઓપનિંગ પણ સેમ જ આવે. બટ ઇન ધીસ ક્વેશ્ચન ક્લોઝિંગ તો સેમ આવી છે બટ ઓપનિંગ બેલેન્સ ડિફરન્સ આવ્યો છે. વાય ધીસ હેપન? ધીસ હેપન ડ્યુ ટુ ધીસ, due to goods in transit and remittance in transit, due to this. ઓકે, આ બે ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શનને કારણે ઓપનિંગ બેલેન્સ ડિફરન્ટ આવી છે. બીકોઝ આ ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન થયા છે, એકના બુકમાં એન્ટ્રી આવી છે, બીજાના બુકમાં એન્ટ્રી નથી આવી, એના કારણે ઓપનિંગ બેલેન્સ મેચ નહીં થતી. અધરવાઇઝ ઓપનિંગ બેલેન્સ ઇઝ ઓલવેઝ મેચ એન્ડ ક્લોઝિંગ ઇઝ ઓલવેઝ મેચ ઇફ ધેર ઇઝ નો ક્વેશ્ચન લાઇક ધીસ. ઓકે, ગુડ્સ ઇન ટ્રાન્ઝિટ અને રેમિટન્સ ઇન ટ્રાન્ઝિટ નહીં હોય તો બંનેની ઓપનિંગ બેલેન્સ બી સેમ આવે, ક્લોઝિંગ બી સેમ આવે, રાઈટ? સો રિમેમ્બર now the last point of this chapter, that closing balance of head office account and closing balance of branch account, it's always same. Okay, but opening not same due to this happen, due to this goods in transit and remittance in transit. Okay, and now one more thing, I told you that when you prepare branch account, this opening balance is given in a question. Okay, આપણે question માં 160 આપેલી છે, question માં 160 opening balance આપેલી છે, but remember sometimes it is not given. If not given, then what to do? Okay, remember this opening balance will be given sometimes and sometimes it is not given, then what to do? કોઈક વાર આપશે, કોઈક વાર નહીં આપશે. ઓકે, આ દાખલામાં તમે જો તો ઓપનિંગ બેલેન્સ આપી દીધી છે 160. ઓકે, ઓપનિંગ બેલેન્સ it is given 160, but it is not given in every time. If it is not given, then what to do? Okay, if opening balance of branch in the books of head office not given, then what to do? Then we have to find out. How to find out? Very simple, very easy. Okay, first of all, check the head office opening balance. જો branch ની opening balance નહીં આપે તો head office ની opening balance કેટલી છે? 130 છે. Okay, head office opening balance, that is 130 છે. You have to just add goods in transit balance and remittance in transit in it. તમારે આમાં શું કરવાનું? goods in transit અને remittance in transit ની amount add કરી દો. Here goods in transit 20,000 and remittance in transit 10,000. Just add this 20,000 and 10,000. The answer will become 160. It's become branch opening balance. Clear? So if in a question, here in this question branch opening balance 160 given, okay, if it is not given, then what to do? Head office ની જે opening balance છે એમાં good in transit અને remittance in transit add કરો, you will get this amount. ક્લિયર? ઓકે, સો ક્વેશ્ચન ઇઝ બંનેની ઓપનિંગ બેલેન્સ પણ સેમ જ હોય છે, બટ શા માટે સેમ નહીં હોતી? ડ્યુ ટુ ધીસ ટુ ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન. ઓકે, આ બે ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શનને કારણે ઓપનિંગ બેલેન્સ સેમ નથી હોતી. બટ હિયર વી ગીવ ધીસ એન્ટ્રી 20 અને 10,000 ની આપણે આ જર્નલ લખીએ છીએ. ઓકે, આ જર્નલની આપણે ઇફેક્ટ આપીએ છીએ એટલે ઇનડાયરેક્ટલી ક્લોઝિંગ બેલેન્સ મેચ થઈ જાય છે. ઓકે, સો રિમેમ્બર ધ લાસ્ટ પોઈન્ટ, ઇન ધ બુક્સ ઓફ હેડ ઓફિસ એન્ડ ઇન ધ બુક્સ ઓફ branch, okay, their alternate account closing balance is always same. Head office and branch closing balance is always same. And second point, if branch opening balance is not given, in that case what you have to do? Head office opening balance ma goods in transit and remittance in transit add karo, you will get the opening balance of branch. Okay, clear? So here our sum is completed.